So my one's just thinking about seeing maths beyond the classroom. I'm a science maths trained teacher, so last year I was inspired by one of the other science teachers who always had this news corner about what's going on in terms of science, so I thought I would bring that across to my maths room. I know that it looks a little bit like primary school, but it's been really good in that I let my students know that this is happening, and I change the articles every once in a while. And sometimes kids come up to me being like, when's the next article coming? It's been there for 3 weeks, what are you doing? So it's really cool that they will spend time loitering there after the bell's gone, or at the beginning of the lesson just to read it. One of the articles I've got there is the largest ever prime number found. That just happened in January this year. And I like making the kids guess how long they think it is. So if you can see it, it says it's 22 million digits long. And I go, can you imagine writing, have you written 22 million digits before? Who knows, in your whole lifespan. And then it's exciting, and then you let them know there's the people who discovered this prime number also get prize money from it. I think it's $100,000 or $50,000, something like that. And they get a little bit interested. This linked well with my year 7s, so when I was introducing prime numbers to them, I gave them this idea that prime times prime gives us a composite number. So you give them an example and you go, okay, I've given you 2 primes, what's the composite number? 91, okay, good, yay! Okay, so that's really easy, and then we tell them, but going the other way is not as easy. So imagine if I gave you the composite number and you have to work out what the primes are. So you let them try and get out their calculators and work it out, and at some point, if they work it out, they go, it's 17 and 19, but it was pretty hard. And so this links into why do we care about prime numbers? So giving them the idea that prime numbers help to protect your secrets, and we use that for our online transactions. So just a very quick idea about, there's a public key, that's a composite number that anyone can see, but working out what the prime numbers are really hard, and that's what are the private keys that protect your stuff. So if there's a Riley who hasn't been listening, you start talking about parramatta eels and he starts listening. And you just show them kind of a very simple process of what's happening when you make an online transaction. And then I gave them a little activity where they work in pairs. So one person is the CEO of a bank, and their task is to create a public key made of 2 prime numbers, and person 2 is meant to be a hacker, and they have to work out what the prime factors are so that they can steal this person's money. And so that was just it was pretty fun. They get really competitive, but it's really hard for person 2. It's not really a fair game. Yeah, and because my whole thing was about thinking about how to see maths beyond the classroom. Something I do with year 10s as well as year 11s and 12s when we're looking at data, comparing real data, so looking at the winners for Best Actor and Best Actress, and you can see that the actress ages are positively skewed, whilst male actors are more symmetrical, perhaps. And so you just link them to what are some social implications, why are these trends happening, and giving them some summary statistics to have a look at that. And that gets them talking and seeing how statistical analysis is really relevant for other things outside of the classroom. And that's it, thank you.